I had this on the Commodore 64. That's right, I used to collect diamonds. It was a jump and slash game. Not much else to tell you really. Jump and slash. You get a few waterfalls to jump over, I think, later on. They're all jumping over that, so I'll do the same. But I'm assuming you get down there somehow. Do you? Oh, you can. I genuinely didn't know that you you could stab upwards. Yeah, I remember getting quite far in this on the Commodore 64 actually, and then just kind of never went back to it. You know, that was in the days, you know, I'd left school, had my first job, I had, you know, income coming in, you know, pocket money games in those days, you know, a couple of quid. And as you know, the Commodore 64 was kind of slowly fading out and consoles were coming in, you know. You could get compilation cassettes and stuff with. I wonder if. No. Why do they keep jumping over that then? If I can't attack it. But yeah, you can get compilation cassettes. You know, double cassettes of games. That's what you got to do. For a couple of quid. So I was getting games like every Friday. I'd get paid, and so I can't go back and get that axe then, or whatever it was. Yeah, so I mean, you know, for a couple of quid, you're getting all these games. I was getting new games every week and just never finishing the you know, the ones I'd bought sometimes the week before. I suppose everybody gets what's known as a pile of shame. Games that they never finish. What happened there? But I remember there was this one bit where I can't remember what I was doing. I think I'd been called down to have my tea or something. As I was living with my parents, I hadn't long left school. Come home from work, told my tea was ready or something, I can't remember now, and I just sat there. When you progress into the game, you get into some sort of like palace or something. So I just sort of stood there, eating with the one hand, and with my left hand then, with my back against the wall, just continuously pressing the fire button. Just kind of doing this. You know, every time somebody came up. Just doing that and eating my tea with my other hand. Because that's how games were in those days, but yeah, never finished it. I didn't realise it was an actual arcade game as well. I kind of, like I said, when I had the Commodore 64, I always say things like I've said, because I assume that anybody watching the videos has watched all of them. Chances are you haven't watched any of them. But as I have said in previous videos, oh shit, hang on. Try and concentrate better now. Right. Whoa. Oh, do you know what? I don't know what I said in previous videos. I got kind of lost now. I'm a bit. Perhaps I'm a little bit gamed out. But I didn't realise this was an arcade game, and when I had the 64, there was no real need you know, I could buy a cassette for the price of playing on some games for about 10 minutes because of how crap I am. I could buy a cassette. There wasn't anything like the internet. Well, there wasn't the internet that I know it as of today, back in the late 80s, start of the 90s. So there wasn't much, you know, game swapping or ROM downloading as there is today. You know, you had to physically pick these games up and actually purchase them from a shop, or if you had a friend with loads of games, you could copy them. But, well, there you are. But yeah, no, the demise of the arcade as part of my life was around about the end of the 80s to the 90s. So I'm a bit out of touch as to what games were in the arcade and what weren't. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm playing these now, just to sort of relive those moments and to find out stuff I didn't know. And this was one of those games I didn't know. It was out in the arcade.